Welcome back to Arsenal Pass for this gameplay series. Game 1 in the series, Nick. We have got Ira versus Cindra. You're going to be on Ira.
Yes.
I'm going to be on Cindra. What's your thoughts about this matchup?
I think it's going to be an interesting, aggressive matchup, as we'll see from a lot of ninjas, I think, going into the coming season. Yeah, dice roll is going to be very important for sure. But I got a few tricks up my sleeve that I'm going to be ready to show you. I have Even Bigger Than That in my deck. So I like Even Bigger Than That solely because it gives me additional ways to play on hits. So a lot of on hits in this game don't have go again. And so being able to create that quicken token and being able to threaten, say, a snatch for 5 with go again on the second chain link because of Ira's ability is going to be huge against aggressive matchups. Matchups in general, because 5 is a very hard breakpoint to get over. Not only that, but I'm also going to be able to play better two power attacks like Stab Wound to, play it, give it go again. All my blue hands might be a bit better because of the quicken token that I get. So I'm going to be able to unbrick a little bit, and we'll see how it goes. The quicken token also helps with dual threat, which is a very powerful card from the new set that Ira is definitely going to be able to abuse. And I'm going to have Pouncing Paws, Biting Breeze, all these kinds of cards to try and get multiple attacks to make the dual threat as consistent as possible.
Yeah, and I'm on Cindra. I'm playing a pretty stock Cindra list this time around. Shout out to Peter Budensik playing his Battle Hardened top 8 list here. I think, Cindra is stayed pretty same since we've seen it take down that first calling, second calling win. I think even now with Viserai going out, the default red line aggro deck that we're going to see, whereas we're playing something like Ninja that is definitely a bit different, a bit more value orientated, so could potentially be just a classic aggro matchup, or it could be a bit grindy, but I think we're going to see a lot of Ninjas in this next format, and I am interested to see which might come out on top, because I think I'm interested to see which Ninja might rise to the top. Yeah. Will it be Ira, or will it be Cindra, or will it be something else entirely as we get into this post-Viserai world? That's what I'm interested to see. I think the other thing is, that sort of excites me about this matchup in particular is that both sides are playing Mask Momentum. So there's a bit of a mini game within there that we get to play. Now, Nick, the last question I got for you. I think it's pretty obvious why you play Cindra in this meta. Just aggro deck, go fast, smash home. People have been playing it, it's been winning a lot. Why change? But you called out Ira on the podcast when you were on with us saying, I don't think much of that hero. What's changed?
I think Viserai leaving is a very big part of that. I think that matchup was incredibly difficult to figure out and win. So I think it's a bit different now, and there's new techs, meta's changed, on hits have changed. I think it has some pretty good potential right now, not as a slow, grindy control deck, but as a very aggressive, on-hit focused deck that abuses dual threat better than any other deck. Yeah,
well, this is the first in our gameplay series. Many more to come after this, but Nick, let's get in and play some Flesh and Blood.
Let's go.
All right, Nick, here we go. Ira, Cindra, Ninja Mirror. What do you want, odd or even?
I'm going to let you decide.
All right, I'm going to take even.
In these aggro mirrors.
Oh! All right.
Mirrors.
I'm going second, right? Surely.
Yeah?
Yep.
If you'd like to go first, I'd appreciate it.
I'm going second. All right, let's get into it. What do you think the key is to these matchups? Obviously, we talked a little bit pre-game, but when you're going second as opposed to going first, I guess aggro mirror, typically, especially these decks that don't have the big setups, going second is an advantage. I think there's some differences to that. Look at something like Viserai, things like that we've had in the past. Typically a mirror, Ninja mirrors, though, you don't have that big setup, so you do really need to go second. But if you're going first, what are some of the keys to maybe clawing your way back to some advantage?
Try and leak as much damage turn 0 as possible. Maybe have a D-React that you can put in your arsenal. Try and really abuse a 5-card hand. But I think the most important thing for you people at home is win the dice roll.
All right.
I'll start us off with, I'm going to pitch Even Bigger Than That, which we discussed at the start of the video, and attack you for 1 with Kadachi.
Right. Well, I'm on a Flick Knives deck. You're not on a Flick Knives deck. 1 damage. Even Bigger Than That does scare me a little bit, but I'm going to say no blocks.
All right, cool. So you'll take 1. In resolution, I will activate Even Bigger Than That. Go. So I opt 3 cards, and if anything higher than 3 will come to my hand, and I'll make a quicken. I'm going to take this Rowdy Locals. And the rest go to the bottom.
If you want to, it's opt, right?
Yeah, I definitely want them at the bottom. So I will reveal Rowdy Locals. Make a quicken token. And with that, I don't want to pop the quick token because if I attack again, it'll get destroyed. So I will just Arsenal and take my 1 damage. hopefully not let you filter anything too good.
Yep. I could have blocked on that first chain link to try and filter. I mean, my hand isn't particularly good. I guess what I'm scared about is actually just blocking a Kodachi and then taking like 5 damage on that first turn.
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of my concern. So I am going to, it doesn't mean I'm going to have to attack with Kunai, but because I'm going second, I do just get so much advantage out of just being able to first present damage. All right, we're going to pitch Hold in their heels, and we're going to come in with Kunai for 1.
So I've got a decision here, because it is the first turn, pitching a red. There's a chance that Hayden wants to pop that Blood Spatter's Vest, but I guess has ample opportunities for that, so I'll just go ahead and take 1 damage.
Okay, I am going to Blood Spitter Vest.
Yeah.
So we'll put
could have
1
popped with a
counter.
Pouncing Paws, but you could have attacked with something else and then flick knifed, and then it wouldn't have really mattered.
Correct. We're going to come in with Display Loyalty. So I do control 2 more Draconic Chain Links at this stage, so it gets go again, and I get a fealty.
Beautiful.
Getting that first fealty in Cindra, pretty important. You want to have access to that for some of your power cards.
I'll go ahead and take 3.
All right. I will then come in a cheeky 4 with Demonstrate Devotion.
Another fealty.
Blood Spatter. So control 2 or more, it does get go again, and I get another fealty. So we're up to 2. So this is kind of the big part of using this Blood Spatter this turn, is really making sure I can threaten Mask, but also get to these 2 fealty.
I'll say no blocks, and I will play Symbolo from my arsenal.
It's a good one to have.
I will put this card to the bottom of my deck and draw a card.
So I have a bit of a decision here. Pouncing Paws is actually really annoying to play against because it means that I know Nick can stop a break point with 1 card. And what I could do here is I could just go ahead and honestly arsenal this card and try and set it up. I think I want to threaten Mask. So what I'm going to do is after Nick resolves a Sink Blow, I am going to activate Flick Knives to throw the Kunai. So keeping my Chain Link alive, or my Mask alive. And then we're just going to come in for 4 with Art of Dragon Blood, not using the fealty. Yeah, we're just going to come in for 4. We could come in using a fealty and trying to keep this alive for whatever card we draw, but we have 3 Draconic Chain Links to bring back our Kunai, so no need to.
I'm gonna block with the Pouncing Paws, and also block with the Rowdy Locals that you know I have.
Sure. So stopping my Mask, I'm just going to activate Cindra with my 3 Draconic Chain Links, return the Kunai, and we'll pass there. I would say that's about how you would like when you go first for things to go for you.
My turn. I'm going to play a Line Strike. I'm going to put this card to the bottom of my deck. Choice as I will make. I will choose with my Quicken Token. I'll get go again, so I will be able to draw a card.
All right. Gonna say no blocks.
All right.
34. Definitely one of the most important things in this matchup is we are playing a Mask Momentum game.
Snatch for 5.
All right, I'm gonna say no blocks.
Sweet.
I am going to play this Loyalty Beyond the Grave just to soak up 3 damage here, so I'll take 2.
Yep. Unfortunately, I am not going to be able to make use of the Snatch drawing card.
Sigil. Oh, no, wrong Ira deck, deck, sorry.
Funny, I will just put a card in my arsenal and pass. So I think I drew the worst possible card off Easter eggs, but that's okay.
Gonna kick off, pitch Yellow Brand, attack with Kunai for 1.
We'll declare no blocks.
Yep.
Take 1.
All right, Ronin Renegade, 3, go again.
So because you only got 1 card left, it's pretty unlikely that you will threaten Mask because I can just block that 1. So I'll just take 3.
So no blocks, I'm gonna flick on this.
Yep, sweet.
Chain Link, the Kunai.
Cool.
I'm gonna crack a fealty.
Cool. And so I take 4?
Yeah, sorry, yep. So 4 total.
Take 4.
And then Art of Dragonfire. So we'll deal you 2 damage and then coming in for 5 with my resource.
Which I can't stop the 2 damage, so I'll go down to 29. Can give Shuko here, quite valuable, but I think that it is worth preventing a Mask draw for this turn, so I'm just going to go block 5.
It's probably worth 5 damage here, right?
Yeah.
And we're playing a very fast game, so makes sense. Yep, obviously the reason I flick on the second is there's no difference. There's just no difference here, so that's fine. I will activate Cindra, and then pass the turn.
I will start with Scar for a Scar, because I am lower life than you.
Huge plays.
And let's go again.
Alright, I'm gonna say no blocks here.
Yep.
28.
And I will play Pain in the Backside for 4 with go again due to Ira's ability.
Yep, so when this hits, you get to throw a dagger at me, or is it throw all daggers?
It's not a throw dagger. I just deal 1 damage
right?
to you, and the dagger is hit, and because I don't have an on-hit with my daggers, then it just damaged.
So I don't really have a good way to block this, unfortunately. So this represents quite a significant chunk of damage. I'm going to say no blocks.
Cool. So you take 5.
Yep, correct, down to 23.
I'll actually activate the Blood Splattered Vest and create a resource.
Since the Kodachi's hit.
Yes. I will come in for 3 with Pain in the Backside with this one. So on hit, I will Mask of Momentum.
Yep.
And it's for 3.
All right, well, I'm going to say no blocks.
You can react if you'd like.
I'm going to do reactions, and I'm going to play another Loyalty Beyond the Grave.
That is pretty good with 1 in the graveyard already.
Very good indeed.
I have 1 on my Splattered Vest.
Correct.
Cool. I will just finish off with a Kodachi for 1. No go again because I don't have any cards in my pitch zone.
Yeah, no blocks for me.
Yep. I'll just arsenal a card, pass my turn.
All right, start of my turn. Now's as good a time as any. We are going to use Loyalty Beyond the Grave. So start a turn, banish 2, and I will draw a card.
Sweet.
Gonna come with Rising Resentment here for 3.
I can definitely got options to block here. I'm going to block for 3.
Right. So sometimes blocking on the first chain link, considering I'm playing a mask deck, gives me maybe a little bit of information about what Nick is intending to do this turn. Could be a defensive turn. Maybe he's just got 2 cards he definitely wants to defend with, so make sure you get the full value of your cards in case I come with a dagger or a 2 attack and make it awkward for him. So it makes sense to me. I think we will, in that case, send another Rising Resentment. So this is the second chain link.
Yep.
So this one does represent potential some value.
I will go ahead and no block this one.
Sure. I have nothing to banish, that's fine.
Cool.
I'm just going to play Art of Dragon Blood. No effect. So just coming in for 4 here. No go again.
All right, cool. I will go ahead and no block. I will play Wax On.
For 5.
Yeah.
Blocking it all. All right. So this is kind of what I mean. It kind of seemed like a turn that Nick wanted to, but I couldn't really punish it. Couldn't do anything about it. So just value gaming. Over to you.
I think I'm known for Wax On these days, but
Just want a calling with it.
yes. I will start my turn. The Ira Classic, finally. Kodachi for 1
Here we go.
with a go again, because I have pitched a card with 0.
All right. We'll say no box.
Cool. I'm going to actually pay.
Oh, there we go.
Go to 3 floating.
3 floating. Great channel. Shout out to the boys at 3 floating.
I will attack you for 2 with go again.
So we could look to block on this one. Nah, no blocks.
Cool. And I'll finish off with a erase face for 7.
That is a big erase face.
No go again, but turning your things off Draconic is actually surprisingly relevant. So it's quite a solid card right now against the Cindra deck.
What gives it the +1?
Oh, sorry, it is just 6, my bad. I'm so used to it just being 7. Yes, it is just 6. I'm so used to it being the second, because when it's Ira, it's like, oh yeah, on hit for 7.
All right, erase face for 6. I've got a bit of a decision to make. I'm gonna go to blocks, block for 6.
Yep, cool.
Both with Loyalty and Ancestral Empowerment.
And a card making Cindra block is no small feat.
It's value. It's definitely value.
Ira is known for that value.
All right, start with the head jab for 3 with this Fire Tenant Strike.
Classic.
First. So my next Draconic attack, this combat chain, will get +1.
Sweet. I will just take 3.
All right, I am gonna correct this fealty because otherwise I can't actually keep it around anyway. And it's just gonna get me a damage here with this Art of Dragon Blood. So it's gonna be 5, go again.
Ooh, turns on my Scar for a Scars. Fantastic. I will take 5.
Yep.
Go down to 18.
Yep. And yeah, I mean, that's all I can do. I can throw a kunai, but that's not good, obviously. So yeah, over to you.
Fantastic.
Draw 4.
Start my turn with a Kodachi for 1.
Yeah, no blocks for me. Go down to 18.
Sweet. I will play Biting Breeze for 4 with go again, and when it hits, I create a Tiger in my banish zone, which, as we saw, is quite relevant in this deck.
I'm not too worried about the Crush Tiger. No Shuko now for good value with the pouncing. I'm gonna say no blocks.
Sweet.
Take 4 to 14.
Yep, I will play Cut Through for 4 with Go Again, because I've had with a dagger just combat chain.
All right, no blocks.
Cool.
Reactions though, I do have Shelter from the Storm, importantly to try and stop this Mask trigger. Sitting on that one for a little bit.
Yes, sir. I will finish off with another Erase Face for 6.
Just really peppering me with these Erase Faces. They're doing a lot of work.
Because with no fealties on the field, Hayden, a lot of his extenders require a second Draconic Chain Link, so if he takes that, he might not be able to play those, especially with no fealties on the field to play around it.
Exactly.
Also, you need multiple fealties to play around it as well, because you need to have 2 fealties to even play the hit mark on hit 1 and stuff like that.
Yeah, fealty does go over top of the layer,
yes.
But yeah, to your point, you need to have multiple for that to actually be good. Just say we'll block for 2.
Yep.
And then roll defense reaction.
Okay.
And the third one, bit
yes,
redundant, the old third one.
Yep, you take one.
13. I am erased faced.
Getting cards out of the hand is definitely a benefit that Ira has as an aggro deck over Cindra, being able to play these different one-hit effects.
I'm just going to come in for 4 here with an Oath of Loyalty. And, well, you kind of know I can't really play anything after this because my cards are no longer Draconic.
I see.
Just playing value game here, just wounding blow.
I got decisions myself. I'm going to go ahead and say no blocks.
Okay.
Thinking on the reacts though.
Sure.
And I'll react with another wax on.
Sure.
So print the entire thing.
Over to you.
I'll start with pitching a yellow, even bigger than that, for attack you for 1. Not as big, but for 1 Go Again, because even bigger than that is in fact a 0 cost card.
Okay, no blocks for me.
Yep, take 1.
Yep, down to 12.
Yep, I have 1 resource floating. I will play Cut Through. This will be for 5 with Go Again, because of Ira's ability.
Yep, not much I can do about it. No blocks. Down to 7.
I will now close the combat chain.
Sure, interesting, okay.
And I will play a new card, Dual Threat, as we discussed at the start. Because I have attacked with a weapon and an attack action, my next weapon and attack action will both get +3, so it's a 1 card 6 value, very powerful.
6 is pretty good.
Now the Scarachi will come in for 4 with Go Again.
This is quite scary.
So this one's already attacked, so.
I'm pretty behind here. I'm trying to set my own kind of solid turn, but I might have to give something up this turn, which is going to be tough. I feel pretty good that I know that can't activate the mask this turn, but in terms of what this next attack might be, it could very well be a Snatch. A Snatch for 7 is pretty threatening. It just gives you an next attack action, right?
Next attack action.
I think we're going to say no blocks here.
All right.
Down to 3. Down to 4, 3, sorry.
Yep. I will finish off with said Snatch that you predicted for 7, drawing a card on hit. So we did break the combat chain, which is the downside with Mask Momentum and Dual Threat, but with Snatches, it's almost as if we're throwing him Mask anyway.
So pretty tough spot to be in, because I can just get walked down by Kodachis from here on out. I kind of need to find a big turn, but I'm kind of just in a really awkward, this is a really big turn. We're gonna go ahead and block for 7.
All right.
So I did have a big Wrath of Retribution turn set up here, but Dual Threat, Snatch, not a lot I can do about 0 card 6s.
Yep.
1 card 6s rather. All right, we'll come in for 3, Go Again.
I'll go ahead and say no blocks.
Sure.
So take 3.
Yep. I'm just gonna pass the turn.
Okay. On my turn, I will attack you for 1. So these are slowly becoming more and more threatening.
Okay, no blocks from me.
Okay. In Resolution, I'm going to play even bigger than that, just to give myself as many options as possible with my hand. Hopefully I hit and can make a quicken token. Okay, I got a very nice card here. I will put this on top of my deck just for the next turn, and then I'm going to put this on top, and then I will reveal Cut Through.
Nice.
So I make a quicken token.
Yep.
And add this to my hand. And the combat chain is still open. And so, because I have the quicken token, now I have the ability to play Snatch for 5 with Go Again.
All right, we're gonna go ahead here and defend for 5.
Okay. We'll come in with cut through for 4 with go again. Surprise, surprise.
All right, we're gonna block 3, tag 1.
Yep. And I'll finish up with a CNC for 6.
Yep, and that's gonna buy our equipment. We'll decide to keep the flick knives.
Yep, that makes sense to me. 1 is not the spot Hayden wants to be in. As Ira can do, definitely can draw a hand that does not do much.
All right, back to you.
Cool. I will start with a Kadachi for 1, pitching this Dishonor.
All right, rather than give up our equipment, we're going to discard Shelter from the Storm. So
that's
3 prevention.
That's good.
Now that's 2.
Well, I will come in for 2.
This one.
Very nice you have the shelter there, because
we will have to block.
Okay. And I will finish up with. So I'm going to come in with an E strike for go again.
Okay. It's pretty good. All right. We will block for 4.
Yep.
Shelter will take care of 1.
And then I'll finish up for 2. So the reason I did it like this is because I didn't really want Arsenal blue and come in for 7. So I'd rather just split the damage up and come in for 2 with the last one, especially because you could have a D-react again and the prevention would be good.
Or block.
Yep.
Just getting whittled away at the end of the game here. I really need Nick to brick if I have any chance in this game at this point. All right, back to you. I've got a 5-card hand ready to go. We just need a chance to use it.
I'm going to come in for 1. Hopefully you don't have another Shelter of the Storm.
Not this time, unfortunately.
Okay. So, because you're at 1, I'll be popping Pouncing Paws and grabbing a Crouching Tiger. I'd preferably like to use this for a dual threat, but coming in for 1 with go again when you're at 1, we'll buy another card from you.
Yep. We'll go ahead and defend that.
Come in for 1 with this Carbonized Kadachi.
We'll block.
And then I'll finish up with a CNC.
Yep. So. And that's going to get us.
Yep.
Good game, sir.
So there you go. That was incredibly interesting. Ira actually put up a lot of good value. Those even bigger than that into snatches. Just so much. A race face, man. A lot of people are not talking about it, but
yeah, the erase
very
face
powerful.
Did a lot of work there. I think two turns in a row where I had the chance to, Cindra is a deck that wants to just keep the foot on the gas, use 4 or 5 cards, continue to threaten mask, and when you're able to break that tempo of Cindra, it's just devastating, as we saw, right? And it allows the Ira deck, which is just, it's a value deck, right? It is playing 0 for 4s as much as possible, 0 for 5s, 0 for 6s, right?
Yep.
1 card 4s, 1 card 5s, 1 card 6s, and when it's able to disrupt that and then take value, we end up getting to this point where effectively I get to 2 of life. I find my big 5-card hand, but you present another threat that I just have to respect. You've got your CNCs, your erase faces, your snatches, and eventually we just have to say, is what it is, and we take it.
Yep. A card that overperformed, I feel, was even bigger than that. It just was able to dig me for the cards that I needed, because I did have like multiple blue hands, and then this even bigger than that got me to the red that I needed to really extend my turns.
100%.
And I did have like a turn with multiple cards that don't have go again. So being able to get a snatch go again into a double on here, because like that's a problem where you have CNC snatches and all that stuff, and all these cards don't have go again. So being able to come in with an even bigger than that to give go again, to give multiple on-hit effects, just absolutely devastates the opponent. I really overperformed in this game.
Yeah, I think we definitely saw the power of Ira. I think Ira is going to be a really interesting deck coming into this next format. And in terms of Cindra, Cindra is still, I think, the go-to default red line aggro deck, and I think that's what we're going to see in this next format. I thought the Loyalty Beyond the Graves were quite interesting. Not a card I would necessarily always play into aggressive matchups, but because we know Ira can be a value-based deck, I think it is a card where, this is going to go often a few more turns longer than a normal just pure aggro mirror, because both sides are trying to defend, particularly Ira is trying to defend and find value turns, those disruptive turns. So yeah, all in all, I thought very interesting game. I think it 1 or 2 turns, and then that really turned the tide in that game for Ira. So that is Ira versus Cindra. Interesting class constructor matchup, looking towards this new post-Viserai world and some of these decks that maybe have been held down a little bit, particularly Ira by what Viserai was doing, but maybe not anymore.
I'm starting to become a believer.
A believer. All right, well, thanks for watching this gameplay. We'll see you in the next one.